Hi, and thanks for joining me. In this review, I'd like to tell you about a very nice and inexpensive collection of puzzles, 3D puzzles. They're from Hasbro, and the collection is called Puzz3D. Puzz3D. These puzzles have 3 levels of difficulty: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I bought my son beginner puzzles. That means they're under 200 pieces, and the boxes indicate that these beginner puzzles are for ages 8 and up. My son is almost 8. And the best part of these puzzles that I found is the price. I paid $3.99 a box. I got 3 of these, and at Target I found the Puzz3D beginner puzzles for $3.99 a box. A great deal. We are coming to the end of winter break, which means my kids have been home for the whole week. And before winter break, I went out trying to find some projects that would keep them occupied and happy during winter break. And I'm so glad I bought these. So the Puzz3D puzzles for beginners are under 200 pieces, and they're all roughly about a foot high. First, my son did the Eiffel Tower, which has 43 pieces. Okay, this is what it looks like. That's the underside. Okay. And then he did the White House, which has 74 pieces, obviously a little harder. This is what it looks like. Okay. And if you look underneath, you'll see it's just hollow, it's open. So you just do the walls and the top, basically. And then finally, most recently, he did the Empire State Building, which has 65 pieces. Okay, and this is what it looks like at the end. Okay. To make these puzzles, the kids are working with these foam pieces. They're thick enough to be very durable. If you look very closely, some pieces do have some cracks and scratches. I don't know if that's from the factory or from shipping, who knows. But for the most part, they're quality pieces. And for $3.99, you can't go wrong. The pieces are foam and they're thick enough to be durable. The only possible complaint is when you first get the box, you open it, you find a bag of pieces, and then a lot of the pieces have slots and holes, and you need to poke out pieces to get them ready for use. So the first thing you're doing for at least 5 minutes is poking out holes. But then again, I mean, that's a small complaint. Overall, the finished product is a good one. And what I like about the beginner pieces, or the beginner puzzles, is that they don't stay together all that well. I mean, you can see that they're relatively easy to take apart. On the other hand, that means that kids can take them apart and do the puzzle again. My son already did a very complex 3D puzzle of St. Basil's Cathedral, and that took several days to make. These kinds of puzzles are like a quiet afternoon project or an evening project. You can do it in a couple of hours. And I like the fact that the kids are going to get multiple uses out of these puzzles rather than just see it as a one-time project. And I really enjoy the fact that they are famous landmarks. There's that educational factor involved. The other possible complaint in the fact that I bought these 3, there wasn't much of a choice anyways, but these 3 landmarks compared to St. Basil's Cathedral are very monochromatic. I mean, they don't have much color, they don't have that great visual appeal. So maybe my son will have to move up a level of difficulty if he wants something more vibrant, you know, maybe a castle or a cathedral. But in any case, he really enjoyed them. They have the right level of difficulty, enough of a challenge, some frustration, but not enough to make the child give up. And as I said, they're easy enough that he did this one at least 2 times already, the Eiffel Tower. Okay. So for $3.99, thumbs up. Fun, engaging, educational. I have no other complaints. I would recommend the 3D puzzles from Hasbro.
It's done. It fits.
Out of these 3 puzzles, which was the hardest?
I think the Empire State Building was it.
Was the hardest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if this was the hardest, which was the easiest?
Maybe this one was.
Okay, so out of these 3,
And this one was the mediums.
so easiest, second easiest, hardest. But were they fun to do?
Mm-hmm.